Hello and welcome to Zach103 TV, and today we are racing at the Savage Toy Show 500 at Talladega. The last time driver won here was Abigail Lane. We ran this race last season. It was not Savage Toy Show 500, and it was also not a Crown Jewel event at the time. It is now considered a Crown Jewel event because it ran in 2019 and 2018 in the CCS, so we figured we'd bring it back. And the sponsor for the race, still in the race, he actually got eliminated from the playoffs back when this was a playoff race back last season. It was a round of 12 elimination race, and Cody Forge got eliminated. He's starting pretty good here today to start this. This race is a lot different from last season, though. 57 laps, there will be pit stops, so that's going to be interesting. And Bro Motorsports, interesting to see that Chef Squid's starting up here on pole because Bro Motorsports won this race last season. The team owner, Abigail Lane, got her one and only win in the 2003 version of our series there. I think her third career win considering diecast and all that. And Abby not starting too far back right there in fourth, right next to the 43. And then teammate Yoiko not starting too bad either. In this event. And then Brian Thrush III not sharing the same success. However, he was very quick in the first lap of qualifying. He did not do so well the second lap, and he is starting kind of towards the back. He didn't finish too great last race. He's currently 25 points below the cut line. He's got this race and next week at Darlington to gain that, because after next week it is going to be the cutoff race. And we already have a few drivers locked in, like Sammy Box, Dark X Rain, Neil Paulus Jr. just won last week. He was already locked in prior, but he has a second win. Brings some consistency. Kazo, Bird, Exo with some laps last week. Car Salamander and Zine also locked into the playoffs. You see Zine right there running pretty well. So and that's interesting in itself. So, yeah. Also, we're on the A schedule for the part-time cars. There's Zevel. Eli Wolf starting a little bit better. He finished second in his last race. Ran Rick Freeman Jr. His first career win was Rick Freeman Jr., right? Just a row in front of him on the top lane. Then the 42, Jeff Jordan starting a little bit better than all three of those guys up inside 6th place. Actually where he finished in the Daytona New Orleans events. And Anthony McClure is not starting in the kind of starting far in the back, but he might recover. So that's interesting as well. So another thing I like to keep in mind, since Abigail Lane, this is their statistically best track. Coming to this race, 4 points below the cut line, has been kind of flirting with it past 10 races or so. Really has a good chance they can get some laps led today and do some good. And Chef Squid, don't count him out either. If he can lead a whole bunch of laps here and stay in the race, I think he's really got a good shot as well. So, yeah. Let's go to Daniel Paulus Jr.'s cockpit for the start of the engines.
Son, drivers, start your engines.
Yeah, Paulus Jr. coming off a win last week at Kansas, the throwback race, starting on the front row here at Talladega. 57 laps, and I think this is going to be an important race for guys to lead laps and get the most laps led even, and maybe even the fastest lap, because it's really going to be some mad dash for some of these drivers, and this is a chance for a lot of drivers to get a lot of passes and maybe potentially a lot of laps led. Keep that in mind, Chef Squid leading the race to the green. You know, don't count him out. Frankly, he is a lot below the playoff cut line, but you know, who's to say he can't catch up at this point? He is not out of contention yet. Here comes the Geico restart zone, And green flag is in the air here at Talladega as a 16 NH peaks low the 43. We've seen NH have some consistency a little bit prior to this point in the season, but it's just really been having DNFs, and that's something they did not need at this point in the season. So, yeah, that's something they're having to deal with. Lap 1, Chef Squid holding the lead, but here comes Daniel Pauls Jr. He wants to lead a lap and maybe even go for the points lead. Who's to say he can't do that? Now, Frankie is quite a ways from safety box, but he could potentially catch that in this in this race here at Talladega. Cazo in second, Daniel Pauls Jr. Make sure everyone's still in the race. I thought I heard some screeching sounds in turn 2 on the first lap. Just double checking to make sure. Cazo to the lead. He is also one of those front runners trying to kind of punch his ticket into the playoff grid. Well, his ticket's already punched, but he's trying to get some consistency going. I'm liking that move by a lot of these guys. Who up front. We've seen it last week, we've seen it this week. Guys just really trying to get momentum and keeping it going into the playoffs. That way they can make it through those 4 rounds and go for a championship. Some of them. Eli the Wolf led his first, or actually all 4 of these drivers in this group of part-timers led a lap last week or a couple weeks ago at Daytona Wells in the meme race, and Eli the Wolf looking to continue that trend here today in that 19 car. Almost led a lap there, but like he's going to. And Caden Williams, haven't seen him for a hot minute, but you know, he led 9 laps at the Jazz 500, most of all drivers in that race, and has only led 1 lap since that race. And during a, I think I don't know where he led that lap, but he led that lap somewhere. Roberto Crown Jr., he is not above the cut line. He is 12 points below. Getting this lap led, you know, really could be crucial for him getting into the playoffs. So, just 2 wins this season. First driver to do so. He did the same thing last season, and hoping to keep that consistency going and moving into the playoffs. And his teammate Dark X Rain right behind him tried to do something as well. You see German Chickadee 1 and then Bradley Ream here in the 15. Bradley Ream hasn't really been having a stellar season himself either, but he's trying to get something going. At this point in the season, he just needs really leading laps. Here at Talladega, that is not easy to do. You got a lot of traffic to block. And right now, I don't know if he's going to be able to block that 44. The 44 is pretty far back in points. He really could use a good run as well. And I think he's going to lead that lap. No, the 15 of Bradley Ream. No, the 44. Lethal Morton was able to lead that lap. And then you see Joy Payne's kind of in the same boat as the 44. Really far back in points. Just needs a good run today. A lot of good runs. And just not a lot they need and not enough race or not enough time to do it. Austin Johns on the other side of the picture. He is out of stance. I think he, you know, maybe, I mean, it really depends on Darlington for him, but, you know, his chances aren't dashed. He's going to try to lead this lap. Him versus Bird. Birds leads this lap. That'll just propel him forward just a little bit. I don't think Bird's at points lead capabilities at the moment, but yeah, Austin Johns led that lap. And 3 car comes 18 to Bird on the bottom. Yeah, and these guys just banking laps, getting the lap sled, getting the field, seeing what happens. Anthony McClure in the 71 and Brad Stover in the 99. Last season, Brad Stover got in a wreck here, took him out of what was already a terrible season for him. Now he is running really well right now. He is 35 points above the cut line. We're getting really good coming into this next round. I think today just needs a solid finish, and keeping that up next week, and he'll be good. Bird looking to lead this lap. We got EXO right behind him. EXO and Bird kind of battling for a Rookie of the Year spot of sorts, but really it's Omensa versus Kazo, because 2 wins is the more one. So right now Kazo is the Rookie of the Year leader, whereas Omensa not really as good in points, but they've been improving, but it's not going to be playoff criteria, I don't think. Brandon Nelson, we've seen him up in points a few races back, but fell back, lost consistency. He is 15 points below the cut line. Talladega, anything can happen. Kurikuri Taka has had some really good consistency as of late, but it's at, like I said, at a point in the season, you really need some good runs, and it's just something. Interesting, the 18 able to lead a couple laps there, defend the field for more than 1 lap. That could lead to most laps led. Now, I'm not going to stick to that because we're only lap 8 out of 57, so a lot can happen in between now and then. Omensa in the 8, like I said, getting really aggressive right there in that 8 car. And, you know, they're like pretty far back in points, but, you know, like I said, they're closer, getting a rebound. I think really just finishing off the season with maybe a top 20 in standings is a good goal for them at the moment, considering how bad their season's been. Only two wins, but no consistency. 82 are the real gaming freak. To be brutally honest here, like I've said the past few races, that 82 car has been the slacker of the Dodge Motorsports team. The only one in this, the only one on that team this season without a win. But he does not have a win in the series at all, so I don't blame him. But he's really slacking for that team right now, and hopefully he gets some stuff going. Roach, we just talked about him, possibly not making the playoffs. The lead lap here, it definitely put a dent in that, but he is only 8 points above cut line coming into this race, so he needs a good run today. Battling Evan H, who is currently 9 points above the cut line, so Roach led that lap by practically nothing, and here comes our points leader on the bottom, showing that he's got it. He wants to keep that points lead. And again, like I said, just getting some consistency, and not just consistency, but momentum into the playoffs. Oh, 95, slow him back. 95 of Kurikuri Tacos. Really slow in that 95 car. Man, their run's so good. Maybe they can get that repaired and get it back going. Stay on the lead lap, but hope for a caution. But that was a dent right there. 60 of Cody Ford's led that lap. Pretty wide run from. Oh, we got a wreck. The 19, the 9. Huge wreck. Oh, the 56 is destroyed. The 99, the 21. Oh, goodness. And it's all over for some of these guys. Brad Stover did not need this. Let's go back there. Slow-mo. Let's go back to the 19. Let's go heavy slow-mo here. So, oh, the Kazo made it 4 wide. Kazo's been really bad about doing this at super speedways. He did this at Daytona. Fortunately, it didn't cause so many drivers to race, but this race it won't be the same. I don't think he even got involved in that. The 10 got hard in the wall. The 9. 10 actually didn't get so bad. Watch 56. Them two had a jumble at Daytona Dirt in the 19. I think the 21 got out of that okay. However, the 20, or 24 rather, over a lot of these guys not coming out so clean. Watch the 26 and the 56. 18 a bird, 56 barrel rolling into the 21 and 26. 99 gets into the 71. 89. 44. 31. Austin Johns came out of that relatively okay, most part, and Dissect. I guess Austin Johns didn't come out as okay as I would have thought, but really just the most of the other guys. Yeah, 56 just total. Let's go roof cam to the 56, full speed into turn 1. Let's go to the 9 cars. Let's go to the 99. Go to the 3. I'm curious to see what 3 of Austin Johns has, and then we'll go back and see who's in the race. Relatively very little damage on that 3 car compared to, I mean, he didn't have a lot of hard hits, but definitely interesting. So that had a really interesting impact. 95, the Kirkary Tacos, see if she's still in the race. Unfortunately did not get able to continue because I was having a decent run, but back to that old consistency again. So I think the leader, I don't know who the leader is after this. Chef Squid, the lucky guy, gets to lead some laps. Kind of looking like the front row, a lot like. But Chef Squid back in the lead, getting some laps. So this is actually really good. We could see him. This is really quite interesting seeing him up front here. To be frankly honest, but go guys out of the race. 95 out of the race due to. See him slowing down in turn 3. Had some suspension issues. Unfortunately, 71 Anthony McClure wrecked out his race before this as well. This time with a clutch issue caused by that wreck. Brad Stover, who really needed to not wreck, got in a wreck. Let's hope that 35 can sit. He can make it through at Darlington. Birch Crown Jr. had high hopes. He was 12 points above the cut line. I'm sure that's going to be a lot more after this race. Bird led a couple laps. It'll be good for him, but overall, I'm sure it's not good for him. But he's locked in the playoffs, so a little bit of comfort there. Garcelemian are also locked in the playoffs. Hasn't made any highlights today. And 56 got catapulted by the 26, 21, and 99. 31 a feedback. Defending champion was trying to get back there in points, but not going to happen today. And John McFadden trying to do the same as the 31, and he's just not having a great season either. But his teammate, Neil Pauls Jr., on the other hand, having a pretty decent season so far, 2 wins, and currently in second here at Talladega. So, yeah. And then our last running car, I believe, is 19 of Eli the Wolf. So, yeah, hopefully things are going to be better for him. And then the 9 car is still in the race. So, in fact, the 9 car is still in the race is actually pretty good because He is 1 point below the cut line above the 48, so keep an eye on the 48 too. Currently in 6th, so wherever those guys finish and whoever has more laps led, I don't know if it's going to be quite between those two, but that's going to be an interesting factor. And then take a look at Roach real quick. He's still running good in 15th. And then other than that, I don't really have many concerns for playoff guys. And then Reggie Fogelman trying to rebound. Did really great rebounding last week. Got in the top 10 at Kansas in his first race back from that hand injury at Indianapolis. And he's running 27th still in the race. So that's important in itself. So that's good. So let's hope the pace car gave our 1 to go sign. It sure did, so we'll be going right in this time by. And Zevel having a top 5 run right now. He ran Daytona Dirt in his ESS Sunday and got a top 10. Avoided a very bad wreck between the 7 and the 37 at Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan running the B schedule on our part-time drivers in this series. He'll be here next week at Darlington. So that's interesting. But yeah, it's cool. And then NH, seeing him in 3rd. You know, he might have something to say about these playoffs. He can keep some finishes going. I think for him right now, he just needs some laps led. Get out of that hole he's in. That's if he can do that. So that's interesting. Then 59, Bernie Thirst's 3rd. He's peaked back in the top 10. He's been doing that ever since his first win. He's been peaking top 10s. And, well, actually, a week before his first win, he's seen something at Talladega Road Course. And then everything started to fall into place a little bit. And now he's currently 25 points below, but not out yet. So 2 races left to go in the playoffs. Hasn't led any laps yet, but right now, Chef Squid, the Bro Motorsports car, is having the best run today. Started pole, leading some laps, looking good right now. We're going to go green for lap 15. Currently, 37 cars still in the race. Rest are DNF. And here we go for restart number 1. I don't know. I'm not going to even worry about it. And Shift Squid will lead him back to the green, almost looking exactly like our front row start, except NH is in front of the 43 and the 12 is a different spot than he was, and the 16 is quick to go low on that 91. 16 and NH, he's hungry. Wants another win. He has a win in Martinsville, and I'd like to get another one this season. It's a rookie year, I might add. Right now he's just trying to get some consistency, really get some laps led for him. He needs that. Defending winner of this track, Abigail Lane, just led a lap there. And then the sponsor for the race, Savage Toy Show, and number 60 running well right now as well. And we're back, 3-wide pack racing. 23 is aiming the box. He wants to lead, but Evan H. Evan H is going to get a little below 23. Seeing Abigail Lane get ahead of the 43 off of turn 4. 23 is going to go high. Like Evan H could use these laps led, to be honest. Just really put him in a comfortable spot. in the playoffs. One at Daytona, one at Bristol Dirt, was ahead, fell back a little bit, but ever since then has been decently consistent. Gazzo, the guy that caused that first wreck of the race, currently fourth on the bottom lane. Clear, his aggression is here today on that 40 car, so to be honest, watch out for him. We've seen him do some top four at Daytona. Then you got top 5 at Daytona No Walls, so gonna be interesting to see. But the 11 at M&H looks like he's going to be able to lead this lap. And Caden Williams still battling. All the García Racing cars, except for the one locked into the playoffs, or except for the team owner, García, is in the race. And still running good right now, too. 23rd in Alexa Gaming. Been playing it slow, really. He's been creeping around his way around the playoff spectrum, and I mean, he's not locked in, but after this race, if he can get a decent gap, he will be locked into the next round. Is Reggie Fogelman played his first lap since his departure with rookie Geoff Jordan right behind him and Joy Paints. Geoff Jordan would like to add another lap led to his resume, and really going a good finish at this point. Yep, he led that lap. I haven't seen a lot of speed out of that 7.7's car, but you know, might see something today. But really fallen back in points ever since losing that consistency. Has not got back any whatsoever. It's just been dropping like a rock in standings, but I wouldn't say today's a turnaround, but you know, at least they're running second. There's some chance they may be in that position at the end. They have not won in the Earth 2003 version of the series, however, they've won in the diecast version, so they do have some history here. As Geoff Jordan leads a second lap here at Talladega. If Daniel Pauls Jr. wants to go low, he's greedy today, I tell you. Greedy. He got to win. He wants number 3, 2 in a row. Oh, 81 low on the racetrack. That was goofy. Go back and take a look at that. That was interesting. Oh, 23 just about sent him low. Saved it. And still running. So that's good. 27 looks to lead this lap. 16 wants to have something to say about it. Yoiko on the 51. I haven't seen that car a lot, really, since Jazz 500. So I've seen a lot of cars here that I haven't seen the front of the field since the Jazz 500. 16 NH led that lap. To be honest, he probably needs more than that 27 does. Unless 27's like diehard going for the points lead at this point. That'd be a very difficult task. Now, if you haven't noticed, there's been a few drafts been back in the pack, so we got some cars further back on the racetrack. I do believe before we get into pit stops, the 54 will likely go a lap down. He's 33 seconds back and he's by himself. In that 54 car is a 97 design, 2017 champion, or German Chick 81. I haven't seen her up front in a minute. Defending season points champion. I'm sure they won't defend that this year. Very far back. Well, not very far back. Kind of where NH is in points. Zion led that lap, I think. Nope. German Chick 81. No. Zion did. I don't know why. Oh no, the 23, too aggressive. Oh no, big wreck in the back. 81's in the lead. 91 is Jeff Squid. A lot of damage. The 23 took too much. They're under caution. 32 and 3 were smarts to stay out in the back of the pack. 54 will stay on the lead lap. So let's kind of go helicopter and then go slow-mo. Alright, yeah, it went 4 wide on the 82 of the Real Gaming Freak. This kid took out some key cars, and 91 got a lot of damage from that, but he's still in the race, so At that point, he's doing good in itself. And then German Chick 81 leading these laps under caution is actually pretty good for them. Just Squid was the lucky guy to do that after that. But we've seen Sandy Box try this on the 81 a couple laps ago. I don't know if it was intentional or what, but backed up into the 8, 6, 43, 48, 59. Whoa. Okay, that was weird. I thought the 59 was about to go out the racetrack. Yeah, we've seen a lot of these guys wreck out last time he raced here last season. The 77, 59, his debut wrecked out. 27, a lot of damage. The 40, a lot of damage. 48, 6, 11, 20 even. 82, 43, 59, and the 77 might not have as much, but 20, maybe not as much on the one either, but 42 has not caught a break in the ZSS or the CCS except for a couple good finishes here and there. 20 just trying his best to not get tagged. And they're going so slow, he really wouldn't need to worry about. So, yeah, that was a pretty intense incident. Let's go to 59's roof cam. Curious to see what he saw. God, no, I can't. I can't believe this. Alright, so 23 cars still in the race. Current leader, German Chick 81. Out of the race from this one is the 40. Don't know if the 89 was already out of the race or not, but 40 of Cazo, 43, 48, who was a key guy from the playoff standings against the 9, so I guess the 9's ahead of him now. Well, it's 9 loading laps, so it's not a guarantee for those guys yet, but it's interesting. And then 88 Brandon Nelson was also fighting hard for the first standings and didn't get the better end of that. Neither Jeff Jordan trying to finish the race, but unfortunately will not do that. So, yeah. Last car running is the 92, probably stay on the lead lap. A guy we thought was going to go a lap down there, Dripsy, back up here in 24th. So passed a lot of guys after that wreck, but definitely not fully recovered. I don't know quite why they went a lap down. They probably might have lost the draft. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. And then the 9, NASCAR Fireball 48, got involved in that first wreck. He's doing pretty good, 16th compared to, considering has a lot of damage, but I think this car's decently competitive in drafts, so maybe don't count him out. And 19, who also got heavy damage, so yeah. It's interesting. So back to the leaders. Hopefully we get the one to go sign this time. Check a look at our top 10 real quick. Drumstick 81 leading. Really use it. Get some laps led. Try to go back and get into the playoff standings. Was inside it most of the season, to be honest with you. Has been decently consistent. Zion locked in the playoffs, has 2 wins, one at Portland, one at Auto Club. Led all laps at both tracks and is locked in the playoffs. The 51 Yoiko hasn't made a lot of noise at all this season, trying to get a good run, and currently we're in 3rd. And Cody Forge in 4th, who is also considerably in a position to make the playoffs, so don't count him out either, because, I mean, he's 38 points below, but he can get a good finish here and keep something going in Darlington, so don't count him out. Then the 8-0 Mensa, pretty far back in points, but, running 5th, not bad. And then Reggie Fogelman trying to rebound and get inside playoff standings. A sixth place finish would be a good start for that, but Darlington would definitely be a place to, after they finish there, and they need to lead some laps, and just a lot going into that, so we'll have to watch how that goes. Also, we got the one to go sign, so that's perfect. Wondering when these guys are going to go pit road. And then 12 Zevel still running inside the top 10. Joe Burge trying to get 2 top 10s in a row. I don't think he's playoff eligible, but he might try something goofy. Who knows? Caden Williams running inside top 10. He could use it. Kind of where Jonah Burge is in standings. And then 10th is Roach, who at this point I think would just need to finish. But I think finishing well would be preferred, considering they're only like 4 to 8. They're only like 8 points below the cut line, so not a lot of comfort there. And also not a lot of comfort for the 1 car. I haven't really pointed him out a lot lately, but he is not in a comfortable position right now. He's only 9 points below the cut line, so very critical he finishes and does well today as well. So we got a lot of guys at the cut line that just got screwed, and a lot of guys at the cut line who are looking a little bit better than they were before they were in this race. Guys are going doubled up front. Looks like there appears to be an issue. Don't know why. I guess that was very quickly resolved. I thought 97 was trying to hurt 81 or something. Car's a lap down, currently none. 92 trying to get back around on the racetrack. Or he's already back around, and he's already behind these guys, so no worries there. And MH, so we'll see how this goes, and hopefully our final yellow flag. Green flag back in the air, Drumstick 81. Try to lead it till the end. I know that it's like so unlikely it's not even funny, but yeah. Right as I say that, 51 Yoiko goes low. Yoiko just wants a game changer here. Just trying to get a win, I guess, at this point. Be good for them. Still spreads out a lot very quickly. Seeing a lot of damaged cars, a lot of guys that aren't really as fast as others, really starting to really make their prominence here. Is 51 trying to lead a lap. It looks like, well, no, I guess Zevel does not have a 51 has not had a stellar season by no means, but they can get some good runs going. Hey, that's great. 17 is Jonah Burge. Hasn't seen him up front really much at all, but he got a top 10 at Kansas, was climbing the ladder, not enough laps to get the lead, but top 10 finish, really not bad for him, considering how bad his season's been for the most part. He's going to take the lead as 51 did lead that lap. He's got the 25 right on his tail, and I'm not joking. He was like right there. Giving it a good push down to the front stretch. I don't think it's going to lead him to leading, but this 12 car is going to juke them both, go 3 wide into turn 3. Honestly, Jonah Burge could use a lap lead, but considering he's just up here, it's not bad. 81 wants back up here, and she wants to lead some laps. Hasn't done so in a hot minute, but doing so today. Today's looking a lot better for that 81 car. Getting a really good push from the 97. Is there someone about to go a lap down? Yes, there is. It is the 92. Watch 92 pretty close. Just make sure they don't cause any. Oh my gosh, they're getting right out in front of the field. I was going to say, hope they don't cause anything goofy, but they sure just did, so that's cool. Not really at all. That's really going to spread out the field. So we got like a new draft here. 97 is going to lead that. A lot of guys who can use points, excluding this 97 and 12. 12 just here for resume. 66 needs this, 60 needs this, 81, 17, 25. They could all use it. Leader lap was 25. As 92 goes a lap down, just really spread the field out a ton. So now we got multiple drafts. Now don't be surprised, those guys really could catch up. 51 might be close enough. Yeah, I don't know. It's really a long shot for them. Actually, they're already a second back, so I doubt it. He versus the 66 teammates, Arctic Racing. Their team owner has been excluded from the race, so it's just them two on that Arctic Racing front right now. Who needs it more? That will be decided by them two. Who competes better? And the 60 led that lap as the 12 of Zettel back to the front. You know, getting some good laps, good resume. Really stealing points from everyone else in reality, but it is what it is. 17 and Jonah Burge has not led a lap yet. He led one lap at Daytona No Walls. Fell out of draft, got top 20 finish, so he's been really consistent the past 2 races. Hoping to keep that up here at Talladega. Wants to lead a lap here. The 51 is re-caught up to this pack. The 4 car trying to do the same. And 44 as well. Man, it's a close lap. I don't think we love that. 12 car did. Oh no. I thought they were going to go 4 wide there. You know, 4 wide usually works here at Talladega, but not this race. Oh, 4 wide again. And they get out of it. I know this track usually accepts 4 wide, but you know, this game does not like 4 wide racing, and they're usually wrecked, so yeah. .25 led that lap. He could really use it. And he sure did, I'm sure. 92 comes back out in the middle of the track again. The 4 car decast. Oh, and we're wrecking. 97. 92 caused a wreck. Not sure if we're under caution though. That really didn't cause him to spin out. Let's see. No, we're still on the green. That's good. We can get this race done quicker. 1 led that lap. 97 come out of pit road after that damage. He is lapped down, but still running, so that's good for him. And also involved in that crash, I believe, was 66. 66, I guess 66 did fall pretty far back. It's 51 versus 17 right now. As you've seen, 54 went a lap down, really separated the field. So we're now looking at a 2-car run for the lead right now. So 51 versus 17 right now. These two guys have not really had a spectacular season, but interesting nonetheless. And seeing those other guys are drafted up, they're going to catch up really quick here. So probably going to do a roof cam for a little bit on those other guys. That way, just give some, some crank it up feel most time. Maybe feel like it's inside the car. 81's falling back a little bit. But still running inside the top 10, so that's good. And like I said, field really spread out. And everyone's getting around 54, so yeah, and then cars are going to pit road, so keep an eye on that. I think the 12 and the 81 just had a really big scare there. Looks like they got that solved up, but that's really going to fall them back from the pack. So just hoping everyone does well in the next round of pit stops. So we're now down to a 5-car pack. Yeah, and we are currently at lap 40 of 57. So 25 right now versus the 4. Gonna be interesting. 60, gonna go low on both or gonna try to. Didn't look like it's gonna be successful. So in terms of green flag pit stops, I expect some. I wasn't quite paying attention for some of that, but yeah. I don't think the caution's out. Nope, pace car's been standstill, but yeah, there's been a lot of scares on the racetrack, guys almost wrecking. But yeah, the 16 and the 6 pretty far back in their own draft, just trying to finish the race. Probably will go a lap down unless we get a yellow, but even at that, they're really off pace right now. We'll probably just get in the way, maybe draft into this other draft, but we'll see how it goes. mentioned Caden Williams. He had a shot to the playoffs, 370 Speedway. But, I mean, it wasn't a really good shot, but it was a decent shot he had there at that point. So he's might try to do that again here. No saying he will do that, but you know, there's a shot. There's definitely a chance of him being able to make the playoffs. If he leads it from here on out, yeah, sure, for sure. But you know, right now it's pretty unlikely. 60 car goes low. So we ran 42 laps. I wonder how laps are really going to pan out after this. I wonder who's going to be at an advantage and a disadvantage. So, yeah, right now only 2 cars running at a regular pace on a lap down. That's a 54.97. Closest to that is a 16 who is about to go lap down with the 6. And Beloved Boats, closer to that is a 66 who's involved in that little incident with Ronnie Martin and all them guys. Jonah Burge wants to lead some laps himself. Only tracks we've seen him be fast is Auto Club and Kansas. Showing some muscle here today. And then Bro Motorsports, like I said, have been really the dominant team. Got Yoiko inside the top 10. Of course, the 6 about to go a lap down. That's a bummer. 59 25th. So, honestly, 59 really needs a good finish. It's not a good finish. But, you know, compared to how everyone else is doing, that might pan in their favor. But a lot of this stuff's really going to come down to Darlington. A lot of these guys weren't wanting it to come down to Darlington, but because of all these unexpected lap leaders and all this, we're going to see some stuff like that. And then really the guys are pretty much locked in the playoffs, led some laps, some are out of the race, but for the most part, this is what it is. 23 is still running really far back. On with 27, those guys are involved in that second wreck, and there's really just really slow pack right now. So 25 going low for the lead in that 25 car. Now, a crucial thing to keep in mind here, there are going to be pit stops sooner or later. Likely around lap 50. I don't know what I just pressed. Alright, I fixed it. I pressed something on the leaderboard thing. Reggie Fogelman going low as Cody Ford's led that lap. And they're catching the 16 and the 6, and I think that could really make some stuff happen here as well. You've seen the 81 getting to the 12. I'm not going to really go into detail with all these wrecks. There's been a lot. So, yeah. '51 Yoiko trying to get a lap led. I think everyone in this pack has led one lap except for Reggie Fogelman. I can't say for sure. He may have not. But the fact that some of these guys are leading some laps, it's good. Getting the most laps led is a 10-point bonus. See how it pans out. Like I said, I've been saying in most race, Talladega's really more of a play your money kind of track in terms of good finishing. But you know, it's a track race before the playoffs. You see 66 clearly slower in the 16 and the 6. So he will definitely be a factor. I thought that 25 was going to go low for the lead, but I guess not. So these guys have caught the other pack. It looks like it's going to be the 4 versus the 17. Who can get around these guys quicker? It looks like right now they could get drafted into this little pack. I don't expect it to happen quick because there's 3 cars. I doubt they can block 5. Because there's 5 cars in this draft. So now it's a bigger draft with slower cars. 51 goes low. 51 also led that lap. And then the slower cars are likely going to go high and miss out. 6 might be fast enough. Oh, 6 goes below the 4, so that might put them in a bad spot. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. 17, Jonah Bird's going low, but he does not have any drafting buddies below him, so he's not really going to go anywhere. 51 is going to hold position in the lead as the 54 going to go a second lap down under full speed. So that 54 car is very off pace. considering how quickly we're going to lap down. 51 lost a considerable amount of speed just now. 25 likely to do the same. 25 might lose his draft. Again, might not. 17 led that lap. 3 wide for second. So 17 in the lead. He wants to lead this lap, and you know I keep saying he wants to lead laps and all that. They really do. I think this other draft may try to keep up. No guarantees though. Poor Reggie Fogelman trying to get around. You're gonna catch that 17 pretty quick. And I'm telling you, green flag pit stops are very soon. We're under 10 laps to go, and it is getting real. So it's really, I don't know, I keep saying this. It's getting repetitive at this point. I'm not going to say it because of that. 17 led yet another lap. Like I said, over lap 5 points. It's going to lead to something. This race is definitely going to be another shakeup in the standings. Not a huge shakeup, but a shakeup nonetheless. Very interesting to see when points get updated on Friday. As 25 are going to go low for the lead, along with 51. No help. 17 is going to keep it because it's now still a 5-car draft, but these guys are getting more aggressive, not really helping one another pass each other, and now it's just scramble. It's I guess every man for himself at this point. So. Yep, 25 went low at the 51. That is going to lead to a successful pass, I am sure. Like I said, 51, really low back in points. Could use some laps led. Really just use a good race, good finish. They have high reputation in other sim races for being really competitive, really good. Hasn't really followed through in the Cup Series. Defending ZSS champion. Been a rough rookie transition for them, but they're trying. 25 is successful on getting beneath the 51. Any tickers on pit road this time? Nope. 25 Caden Williams is going to lead this lap with Cody Forge. I keep talking about it. Cody Forge is the sponsor for this race. We'll count him out, and he is a playoff contender as well. He won one late race last season at North Carolina. So, like I said, 7 laps to go, and we still got pit stops for most of these guys, unless they pitted under caution without me knowing. That would not surprise me, I'm gonna be honest. They might have pitted under caution without me knowing, but I'm not gonna say for sure until it's like lap 58. But even then, I would not be amazed. I would not be too amazed to see them like pit, like want the leader pit with 1 to go. Or like on the last lap because they don't have enough gas or something. The 60 is taking the lead because 27 is slow. He might lead this lap. If he can keep it up there. Sure enough, 60 was able to lead that lap from a top lane because those guys got blocked. 23 is now blocking. We gotta have a lot more cars lap down after this race. The 60 car really getting the worst of this now. He could lose the draft. Or Reggie Fogelman getting a little low. Some of these guys might try to hook onto this draft and stay on the lead lap, or just get around some other cars for their finishing position, like Real Gaming Fruit might. He's the only really decently looking car that doesn't look heavily damaged up there right now. But he's slow, as you can see, the 25 and the 60 able to easily get around him unless you can get some really good speed going right here, but yeah, it's looking grim. Dodge drivers trying to get something going. Not looking quite that great. 25 goes to the lead. We're getting close to the pit stop. If there is pit stops, they may have snuck behind me and pitted while I was looking at a crash replay, so you're not going to say they didn't pit. But I'm gonna be could play some of the prediction here, kind of like what we see in Daytona Road Course. Whoever comes in pit road with the lead is going to come out with the lead if they get the rest of the pack go with them. If not, who knows? Now that's if they didn't pit with looking. 25 looking to lead yet another lap. They won last season at Orlando in that 25 car, getting around with Richard Crown Jr. Last season, Richard Crown Jr. and he has been as just drivers themselves, not really when they were teammates, but drivers themselves, been really good at specifically Orlando. They get the right turning stuff, they get it good, and it works for them. So, yeah. A lot of battles right now. It's really getting down to it. 51 going to go low underneath the 25. I swear, I think they pitted behind my back. I am not joking. I think they did. That or they conserved a ton of gas under those yellows we had. 17 goes low. Does he have any help? He does. 51 led that lap. I think Reggie Fogelman's getting the short end of the stick with these guys, but I don't even think he... I mean, he really could use it for comfort, but from a playoff standpoint, he doesn't 100% need it. I think finishing position just in itself is like, I wouldn't say a guaranteed top 5, but like, it's a top 5, looking like, so, I wouldn't kick the bucket just yet on that 4 cars playoff chances, especially when we come to Darlington, so. 25 goes low on that, Caden Williams, he's like I said, he leads a lot of laps. Super Speedway is really where he does best. 2 laps to go. I'm gonna be honest. I think they pitted behind my back, unless they pit with 2 to go. Shame on them if they pitted on the last lap. Now they do that. Like I said, Cody Ford. I mean, I think every one of these 5 guys right now in contention for the win. We'll know really a lap from this point right here who's going to be the upper hand. 25 Caden Williams right now, looking like. Three guys in this top 5 field, in this top 5 run without a win. 2 of them run 1-2 right now. 1 lap to go here at Talladega. They are not going to pit, I don't think. I really thought they were going to pit. I swear, they probably pitted behind my back during a cautionary play when I was looking at those. Caden Williams leading right now. Here comes the 4, here comes the 17. Neither of them have help except for the 60. The 25, Caden Williams. He's leading here right now. Can he hold it? Won at Orlando. Reggie Fogelman looking for his first win. He doesn't have a lot of draft right now. 51 goes low. 60 looks to finish 5th. Caden Williams in the 25. Well, wait, hold on. Oh. Bodo finished the 54 block last second. 25 got it by 2 100ths there. I thought Ford was about to steal it there. 54 blocked last second. Wow, what a race. Well, that was long. Very long. About an hour. Wow, okay. Well, I'm gonna end it. That way I don't have so much time. So yeah, we'll see you next week. The playoff cut race at Darlington. And it's gonna be very interesting to see who's gonna make it in, who's not gonna make it in. And after I update points, after this race, it's gonna answer a lot of questions and it's gonna be very interesting.